Hello there folks, it's RJB for RJB TV, and today we're going to look at some Brain against Lucky. Now actually, I was planning on continuing the set between Mong and Lucky, but it turned out that the two replays, after the replays I had already casted and uploaded to the channel, both were corrupted. So I decided to just leave that behind me and not continue, because there's no point if two replays in a row corrupt halfway in. There's just no point continuing on. It's better to just leave it in the past. Instead, we're going to look at some Brain here on the red Protoss against Lucky here on the blue Protoss. It's a Protoss against two absolute elite level Protoss players. Probably two of the very best. One of them is considered to be the actual #1 Protoss player on fastest map. It is Brain. Absolutely insane player with abilities far beyond human comprehension. Okay, let's set up the camera hotkeys. Got them set up. Now the fun thing about Protoss against Protoss between these very high level players is that most of the times things kind of do look very similar. They do start off somewhat the same, but then there are all these small little deviations that they drift into. Their own unique little touch. Currently though, both players are indeed going for the exact same opening. It's a Nexus and a Nexus. Basically, this is what most of them do, because they have some rules, and some of those rules include no choke bigger than one single cannon. No cannons on the middle. So there's a wide open entrance for both players, and there's no blocking on the middle for either player either. So it's all going to come down to map awareness, macro skill, and micro skill. Protoss against Protoss is considered to be the ultimate challenge. The ultimate test to determine who is the best. Is it going to be Brain, or is it going to be Lucky back? Brain starts off with double gas into Forge Gateway, and looks like Lucky back is doing the exact same thing. It's double gas into Forge and Gateway. Both players are kind of just going to play this with their minds set on advanced technology. Both players got a Cybercore on the way. Brain gets a cannon before the Cybercore because you never know what your opponent is doing. And Lucky back also getting his cannon, but he's getting his cannon after he starts the Cybercore. Small little differences based on small little preferences. Both players are getting the cannon because they don't actually know what the opponent is doing. They haven't found each other yet. Both players went the wrong way. Brain scouted 3, scouted 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and he's going to 6 o'clock for sure. Or maybe he's going to go for 7, 6, and 5. And he's going to finish 12 and 11 with a Zealot. Now, we already see the very first differences between the two players. We see a double gateway there from Brain. We see a very fast Citadel of Adun there from Lucky. Lucky might go for a robotics after the Citadel and go for a fast Templar Storm. Or he's going to go for Dark Templars. Both options are viable, whereas I think Brain might probably go into a slightly different path, because he doesn't have the money yet to afford robotics. He might build robotics right about now, though. But that double gateway, eating up more minerals than a single gateway, is going to change things up a little bit. So triple gateway there from Lucky. This really does feel like Dark Templars. Temple's Archive there also going to get warped in there for Lucky, and Brain is still warping in that Citadel of Adun, and he's got a robotics on the way now as well. And there is a Templar's Archive, so actually they're both still kind of doing the exact same thing. Just minerals are spent slightly differently here and there. So the Zealot there from Lucky there doing a bit of scouting, gathering information, sees pretty much everything there is to see, confirms all the information he wants to. I think Brain did about the same. Got in there and got information on Lucky back's plan. Now it's so both players are now going to have to prepare for what is coming their way in the very near future. Triple gas there from Lucky, triple gas there from Brain. The gas actually finished at the exact same time. Support beyond the way there for Brain. No support beyond the way there for Lucky. So definitely, we are seeing the first major deviations in their game plans. So a cannon there in the front for Dark Templar detection from Lucky. Brain has a Dark Templar on the way, Zealot Speed and level 1 attack as well queued up. Shuttle Speed also on the way, and a Templar is also under production, but no Templar Storm is being researched yet. Might be a mistake, might be by design. I don't think Brain would make a mistake such as that. There's the Storm. Shuttle is finishing up very soon as well. And here in Lucky Space, we've got Storm almost finishing up. 2 Templars already finished. Shuttle also already finished, so it looks like Lucky is ahead of the curve, already flying across the map. Now the question is going to be, will Brain be able to defend himself against that Shuttle Storm drop? Dragoons are on the way, but I think, the Shuttle is going to arrive before the Dragoons become operational and before Dragoons can snipe that Shuttle out of the air, or not. Are the Dragoons going to be on time? And will Brain be able to snipe that Shuttle down? Doesn't look like it. Shuttle already arriving on the scene. How many probes are going to die? Some 43 at the moment. Double Storm, they're on the way. Hits one. Still has a second one. Hits the second one on the top corner, and he's down from 43 to 28. Dragoons have spawned. Dragoons are... He canceled his Dragoons. Oh, wait, no. They were, in fact, Lucky Back's Dragoons. So Lucky Back made Dragoons, and Brain did not. Brain's got Zealot Speed there. He's running for the cannons. He's going to go for the cannons and basically erase all detection from Lucky Back's backside and try to get the Dark Templar onto the Nexus. He's going to run right in there. He can't. There's so many cannons from Lucky Back here. Lucky Back knew what was going to happen. And now Brain is trying to sneak his own drop in. Lucky Back with a very good defense. On point. This is on point as can be. Shuttle gets taken down before you can unload a single Templar. Now the game is looking amazing for Lucky. The cannon did get taken down in the back, but there's no Dark Templar left alive, and there's still more cannons around for detection purposes. So Lucky is really playing this one really well. He just beat Brain to the punch by about 10 or 15 seconds. It was very close, but Brain couldn't keep all of his probes alive. So that was 36 probes from Brain against 54 from Lucky. And Shuttle number 2 already flying across the map. Shuttle speed not yet finished. It's only just now getting started. No Dragoons here yet in the back for Brain, so Brain's gonna have to really rely on storm dodging to make this work. Lucky back there on the side, scouting for an opening, but Brain comes in first over the bottom side where a lot of gateways are being built and nothing is there to stop this from happening. Templar unloads, Templar's gonna storm, and Templar hits pretty much everything, down from 58 down to 32. Really hard hitting drop there, but here comes Lucky's own drop. Templar's on the scene, Templars gonna storm. Storms once, misses that one, storms twice, hits a huge group, and Brain goes down from 42 down to 33. So both players are now on equal amounts of economy. But Lucky Back has a bigger base, a way bigger base, so he's in a better spot. Also got way more cannons, and a couple of Dragoons to help him take down those shuttles. He's got Zealots on the high ground, and a probe on the high ground. So he's not using Observers on the high ground to get himself vision, he's using Zealots instead. Some other players built pylons on the sides, like right here. Both players built pylons on the sides, but Lucky is using Zealots. I really like that small little difference there of how they played it. And he sees the shuttles coming in. Dragoons are in the wrong spot. Probes are running away to safety. Where are they going to go? Will they be gone in time? Templars are loading as well. Templars are very close. Templar, oh, he dodges the storm perfectly. And then loses a couple of probes on his gas. So he does go down from 40 to 31. So that one did hit him pretty hard, but not as hard as it could have been because Lucky Back had amazing storm dodges. The upgrades at the moment for Lucky are on 0, 0, 0, but he's going to be on 0, 0, 1. Level 1 attack is almost finished up. Brain now got hit as well while I was away. While I wasn't looking, he got hit as well, down to 23. I should have skipped back and forth quicker. But both drops, I believe, were happening at about the same time. So Brain still is pretty much behind on Lucky. Lucky is in the lead. 2 Dark Templars are on the way. Does he have Observers? Observer finishes just in time. Perfectly timed. Not that he needs it, though, because there's cannons all around the base to detect those Dark Templars. The Dark cannons are spaced very well there by Lucky. So 38 probes against 27. Dark Templars getting spotted out. One of them almost goes down. One of them gets taken down. And he's on the chase for number 2, but number 2 gets out of there just on time, so that one's not going to go down. Brain now with Observers of his own, putting them up on the high ground for detection purposes. Same here from Lucky Back. Observer on the high ground gives a lot of vision, and the opponent can't see it. He's putting a shuttle on the other hill for a little small little moment, just to check if there's something there. He's got another observer there finished up and going to the hill there on the top left corner to provide vision. Dragoons are being put on the flight paths of the drops. Neither play is really doing much at the moment. Just building up and getting another drop ready to fly out. We got spotted out by, I don't think that our Templars saw it. It flew right over here, and you can't see onto the high ground. So it flew right past by pure luck. That's pure luck. It's going to get spotted out there by the pylon, though. This is the first time he sees the pylon. He hadn't seen it before, so he flew right into vision, which means that now Brain is ready to intercept. But Lucky Back got a pretty big army of his own. He needs the observer there, though, to take down the Dark Templar. Dark Templar runs away. Brain not going to let it slip by. Dark Templars, true. Dark Templar's going to get killed. Drop there in the front, looking for a wing. Flies into a cannon, though. By mistake, gets stormed as well. That's a very low HP shuttle. At this point, probably better to turn around and heal it up. Brain also returning with a couple of Templars ready to defend himself against a mass attack because he doesn't have a big army. He doesn't have a big army at all. Lucky's army is pretty strong at this point. Dodges the storms. The storms are pretty well placed, but still manages to dodge them. Now, great storms there on Brain's Dragoons from Lucky. Brain very slow with the dodge. Most of the Dragoons do go down. There's a big army there right inside that frontal portion of his base. Broken through the front door. He's inside the house and he's wrecking everything down to bits. He's slamming the desk, breaking through the doors, throwing chairs around. Lucky Back is in trouble. Observer goes down. That's pretty big. Does he have Dark Templars on the way? Did Brain notice the Observer going down? Is he going to go for Dark Templars, or is he just going to roll over and die in the face of this overpowering force? Lucky noticed his Observer died, so he's quickly sending over a new one. There's a Dark Archon there for feedback on High Templars, but not going to be used today because Lucky Back is already here in your base, killing your stuff. Lucky Back beats Brain Protoss against Protoss really well. Lucky's Protoss against Protoss is really impressive. There's a lot of money there in the bank, though. Not making Protoss at the moment, but he wins the game as Brain calls GG and leaves game number 1. It's a 1-2-0 score there in favor of Lucky. Lucky with a great Protoss against Protoss performance. Outplays Brain with a little bit of luck. Basically, you can title this video Brain against Fate, or Brain against Luck, or what wins, Luck or the Brain? What's more important, getting lucky or having the brain power to win and secure and seize a victory? Game number 2 here, coming in hot off the press. Let's dive right in. Can Brain make a comeback here against Lucky, or is Lucky gonna go even further into the lead? Both players are right next to each other. I'd say this spawning location is a little bit in favor of Lucky here. It's just easier for him to fly drops in over the hill than it is for Brain to. Because basically the distance from hill to minerals is shorter on this side than it is for Brain when he flies over the hill to Lucky's minerals. There's more distance from these minerals to the hill than these minerals to the hill. So it's, yeah, these spots are definitely better for Lucky. But Brain, because he's on the middle spawn, might go for a more early game focused build order. And he starts off with a 7-9 pylon. Both players, in fact, starting off with a 8-9 pylon. Wait, 7-9 pylon. Both players start off with 7-9. Wait, no, I'm spreading fake news. Lucky Back 7-9 pylon. Brain 8-9 pylon, and I'm basing that off of their supply counts on the top corner. So now both players are on 10-17. Actually, no difference whatsoever between whether one or the other started with 8-9 or 7-9, because both players are going for a Nexus at the exact same time. So the difference there in pylon timing, it doesn't actually make a difference. It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, let's just wait and see what they're going to do. Are they going to do the same thing as last time, or are they going to go for more proactive build orders? Both players starting off with the gateway into allegedly a fort. It's a double gateway from Brain. Brain is switching it up. He's going more aggressive. He's going to try to catch Lucky before Lucky can basically get his own build order running up and operational as he intends it to. Brain scouting across the map. not scouting to the sides first, going cross-map first. There's a forge on the way for him as well. There's a double gas on the way there for Lucky. So Lucky's going to have very quick cybercore technology warping in, whereas Brain is only just now getting a double gas. And I think that double gas from Brain is about 30 seconds slower or 20 seconds slower, somewhere in between, than Lucky's. And that might decide the future of this game. Also, no cybercore yet from Brain. I think it's going to be about a 20-second difference on cybercores as well. Maybe even 30, depending on when he decides to go for the cybercores. What matters most here is, though, Brain has more punching power, but I don't think Lucky is in danger because he's got the cannon, and he will soon have zealots on the way as well. He's going for a second gateway now and might even enter and build a third one. There's the third one. So yeah, both players now doing distinctly different build orders, and Brain can't seem to find Lucky. Neither can Lucky find Brain. They're actually right next to each other, but both players just happen to be scouting the wrong way, the wrong basis. Brain now on a 6 supply lead, 7 supply lead, 8 supply lead. He's scooting ahead into the future, into a bigger army. He's going to have more punching power, but Lucky is going to catch up on his triple gateway, and he's got a robotics on the way there as well. We have a cybercore finally warping in there for Brain, so Brain is going to prepare himself as well, quite well. He's going to prepare himself quite well. I'm sure he knows exactly what to do with the information he's gathering with that one zealot. Let's turn to blue against red. Because green against green, it can be a little bit confusing when you're looking at the unit models on the map. So Brain is sneaking in. Gonna try to get a surround on the cannon from every single direction. This is really well set up, but a Dragoon spawns there for Lucky, and 2 more Dragoons are on the way. Is this gonna work for Brain? I'm not too sure. Gets a surround on the cannon and the Dragoon. So the Dragoon is locked up there, but the probes are fighting back. 2 zealots go down. Cannon and Dragoon also go down. Probes are now dying as well. Dragoon spawns there. Can Lucky prevent more economic damage, or is he going to get overrun slowly? Is this where Brain is going to build his lead over Lucky? Lucky's losing more probes. 1 Dragoon is defending, but the Dragoon doesn't really deal that much damage against the Zealots. Yeah, the Dragoon attacks don't do full damage against Zealots, and you can notice that Dragoons are just killing those Zealots so extremely slowly, and now the probe difference is 10. A 10 worker difference. That is absolutely disastrous. And now Lucky knows he's in a pretty damn bad position. Well, compared to Brain. Brain now going for 6 gateways. He's going to go for an observer. Going to go for a robotics. He's getting Dragoons as well. So Dragoon range 6 gateway there for Brain. He's getting observatory robotics as well with a support bay. Robotics support bay. Goes for a robotics facility and then a support bay. He's going to probably go for Reaver Dragoon to capitalize on Lucky being behind on Brain. Lucky, though, is going to keep producing Dragoons off of 3 gateways and go for his own Reaver shuttle and hopefully hit that money and kill some probes and get himself back into the lead, back into the driver's seat. But now unit counts are about the same. We got 5 Dragoons there spawning very soon from Brain. He's going to be pretty far ahead of Lucky. Lucky is dancing back and forth, waiting for Dragoons to show themselves. A Reaver on the way for both players. No shuttle yet for Brain. He's got a lot of Dragoons. Going for the Reaver first to defend himself. And Lucky here on the Red Protoss is going for Shuttle Reaver. Brain is just going to focus on defending. Brain knows that Lucky's only way back into the game is by landing a Storm drop or a Reaver drop on those probes and killing the economy. So Brain is mostly focused on defending. He wants to intercept a shuttle, and after he intercepts a shuttle, he is going to go for the attack. But before then, we're not going to see an attack from him. He's building pylons on all of his corners to get full vision of his entire base. He's not building pylons outside of his base because he's expecting the shuttle to come from the north. There's a very small chance it's going to come from the south. He's now actually building pylons, though, with a probe on the bottom side, so he can still see things coming out from the bottom side. He cannot build pylons on this top hill here because that is, of course, inside of Lucky's base. Lucky's going to kill those pylons. So this is definitely Brain's weakest side, considering he has the least reaction time to anything flying in from the north. Very well spaced here on the front. There's a 25, 27 supply difference between the 2 players. It's almost all in probes, though, not really in units. almost all probes. So it's 55 probes from Brain, 40 from Lucky. Lucky puts a probe on the high ground for vision purposes. I really like that. It's really cheap. Just put a probe on there and you've got vision on the high ground. Super duper cheap. And he picked something up. What did he put inside? It's a Reaver and 2 Zealots. He's going to try to fly in over the bottom side. Brain has his own Reaver shuttle finish as well on 6 gateway. 5 gateway there from Lucky. A 102 against 137 supply difference there. You can really see the Brain is snowballing really hard. Just that small, well, it wasn't a small lead, it was a huge lead. 10 worker difference, 4 minutes in. That's a huge difference. And it looks like Brain's just going to overpower Lucky here, who is not prepared for this one. There's a drop coming in from the southern side of Brain's base. Brain knows it's coming, runs his probes to safety. His runes are coming in to intercept and kill the Reaver. He's unloading. Reaver is on the scene. Reaver shoots on some probes, kills a couple of probes, but not a lot of them. And the Reaver goes down inside the shuttle, while Brain is pushing forward with some expert Reaver shuttle micro there inside of Lucky's base. Lucky doesn't have a shuttle of his own to Reaver micro, so his own Reaver goes down pretty much instantly. And Lucky gets overpowered with a very easy Dragoon Reaver shuttle push. So the score is now equal. Both players have one single win. Time for game number 3. Let's find it and get it started. This is a best of 3. Who's going to win game number 3? Brain or Lucky? Brain or Lucky? Score is equal. Now we got a cross map situation. So I do predict we're not going to see instant aggression like last time. If 2 players are not next to each other, expect them to focus on securing their own minerals with some Dragoon cover and some very fast Reaver or Templar Storm drops onto the opponent's minerals. And only then, only after one or the other has gained an advantage, will you most likely see real army against army action from occurring, from happening, from taking place. It's going to be a little bit of a slower game, I predict. Cross map always is a slower game. That's just a fact at this point. Very rarely do you see any cheesy rushing attempts on a cross map work out. Most of the times, a cheesy rushing attempt from cross map, some really hard early game aggression, usually it winds up with the aggressor falling behind against the defender. So nobody really plays super aggressive in with these 2 spawns. Nobody really does it. Some players do, but they're not really using their brains in that sense. Whereas Brain, he's the man who uses his brain. I mean, that's where the name comes from. He's known as the Brain God, although he's kind of stopped using the God part of Brain God. He's kind of just known as Brain at this point. So Nexus Forge, Nexus no Forge. Is Lucky gonna risk it all? Is he gonna lose it all, or is he gonna come out on top? He's gonna go for triple Nexus. We've seen him do it before in Terranigon's Protoss, where he goes for triple command center before he even gets his barracks. This is risky as can be, but he believes that there's a high chance that this is going to work. He believes that this is how he's going to get himself into the lead over Brain. There's no Forge. He's going to go for double gateway, no Forge. Is he going to go for double gas or a Forge? He's going to go for... He tried to make a gas, but it didn't work. The probe moved onto the gas, but he's saving money for now for something else. Not sure what he's saving money for, though. Gateway number 3. Is he going to go for gateway number 4? Is 4 gateway triple nexus. That's you 5 gateways. Luckyback is risking it all. And he's basically, if he gets through the early phase, the first 4 or 5 minutes, he's going to have an absolutely stupidly huge army. But he's going to be fighting against Brain's technology. It's basically going to be technology against brute forcing it. Luckyback is going to brute force his way to a win. That's his plan. Brain is going to kind of, smart his way to the win. Smart technology choices. Citadel and Robo on the way there on the bottom corner. Double Nexus operational, 20 probes, 6 probes on the gas. Lucky Back is going to be very rich. He's still not mining any gas at all. So all of his probes are mining minerals. So there's a 6 worker difference on the minerals. Is that going to help him become so big, so strong, so far ahead of Brain, economically speaking, that Brain's technology won't affect Lucky Back as he intends it to? Big question there hanging in the air, looming over us. So Zealot there from Brain arrives on the scene, ready to start attacking some probes or to just gather information. There's so many Zealots here that I don't think he's going to kill any probes at all. He's not even going to try. He's going to just walk around and get information. And he's seeing the triple Nexus. He's seeing 5 gateways. He's wondering, what the hell are you up to? What are you up to? This really is absolutely insane. The Cybercore is only now at 4 minutes in starting, and the gas is only just now there on the way. Whereas for Brain, we do have a Templar's Archive as a support bay on the way. Citadel is finished up, and one attack is on the way. Getting one more cannon there just to be sure, just to be safe, because he knows Zealots are walking across the map. Zealots are planning to attack. Forge on the way there for Lucky. One Zealot there is wreaking some havoc. It did get 1 kill, I believe. Gonna try to get another one. It's almost dead. One more hit and the Zealot is gone. Seneca is taken down. Zealot number 2 there arriving on the scene to kill some pros, but now we've got 7, 8, 9. Anyo's gonna select them and see how many 10 Zealots they're walking, swaggering across the map. I'm going to try to kill those cannons. There's 3 Zealots to defend. 2 Dark Templars are on the way. The 2 Dark Templars are going to be... Basically, this is what you're gambling on when you are playing this brute force strategy from Lucky, because you're going to be facing Dark Templars, and you're hoping to do enough damage before the Dark Templars even become a problem. Brain there with absolutely perfect blockage. He's blocking those Zealots from getting on top of the cannon. The cannon there in the back is doing a lot of work, but he's getting some Zealots. He's getting some pro kills. He's focusing on the probes. Dark Templars though hitting hard. Re-response. Probes are clipping into the Zealots. Looks like that attack didn't really do that much. It did slow Brain down a little bit. He pulled his probes off the minerals, lost about 4 probes in total, lost a couple cannons as well. But I don't think that actually hurt him that much. But to keep in mind, Lucky has 1 cannon in his choke, as is allowed per the rules. 1 single cannon. He's got his own technology on the way now as well. 45 probes in total. He lost about 2 or 3 to those Zealots walking into his base. So he also got slowed down himself. But he's almost on 50 probes now. Now you're going to see his build order coming into effect. He's got robotics on the way. No Citadel yet. Level 1 attack on the way. Dragoon range also on the way. Brain there standing in the front cannot get in, because the cannon is providing detection. He's got 2 more Dark Temples there walking across the map, ready to keep Lucky contained in his base, just to make sure that Lucky is not going to leave. Lucky's building pylons everywhere. He's building a skeleton. He's going to try to max his base out as fast as he can. Brain going to try to do the same on only double Nexus though. Got to drop there, flying across. It's there in the... He's going to kill the cannon with the double Reaver shot. Kills the cannon. Now going to walk right in. Looks like Lucky Back doesn't have detection yet here. Well, he's got detection on the side. Going to take down the cannon very quick with 2 Dark Templar shots. He's got the observatory there finished up. The observer itself is also on the way. There's only a few cannons there. Dark Templars are doing a great job attacking the Dragoons. I do see some Dragoons going down here very soon. Shuttle is flying in circles. He's going to micro the Reaver shuttle there on the side. Lucky Back going to try to snipe the shuttle. He picks up the Reaver. He can no longer... Oh, it's going to work out. Oh, this shuttle stays alive. Oh, Dragoons are going down. Dark Templars are absolutely savage. Observer finishes up. Dark Templars are walking in. He's going to unload the Reavers on the scene. He's going to try to kill the cannons, and another drop there comes in as well. This is absolutely amazing from Brain. Technology does seem to be superior. Misses the storm, kind of. Observer spawns. Zealots are there to protect. It looks like the amazing setup is just falling short by a tiny little bit. He almost had it. He almost succeeded in absolutely destroying Lucky. He killed the cannons. But Lucky had his detection up and running just in time. Dragoon spawned just in time. So did the Zealots. The setup was absolutely brilliant. Beautiful stuff. But perhaps a little bit too difficult to pull off. Or maybe Lucky Back just defended that one absolutely perfectly. Absolutely impressive top-level play. You will never ever see anyone else do this. This is just Lucky and Brain at the absolute highest level of Protoss against Protoss you will probably ever see on fastest map. This is peak performance. So a couple of Zealots there walking in, strutting across the map, just swaggering down the hall, waiting to find an opening for the shuttle, but the shuttle gets taken down there by the Dragoons. Zealots have done their job and they're returning. They failed in securing an opening. So Lucky Back successfully defends himself. Dragoons are ready there to keep fighting. He's picking up a couple of units here. I think he picked up a High Templar. One High Templar still inside. Okay, so he is going to try again for another direction. Comes from the bottom side, takes down the shuttle. Shuttle gets taken down. Templar is still alive. Templar going to try to get close to the probes, but there's too many cannons in between. So that one's not going to storm. Dragoons are in the front and Zealots did get taken down. So Lucky Back is now back in the supply lead with 71 probes, more money spent, and 140 supply. So the supply difference is very close. Brain has been fighting and attacking so much. He's been multitasking so hard that he couldn't even spend all of his money as he got it. Usually, Brain is the person to spend his money exactly as it comes in. This time around, he's a little bit richer than usual. But that's okay, because he's been fighting hard. Despite his double nexus disadvantage, his technology choices have been allowing it and enabling him to hit really hard. Although the punches have kind of been missing sometimes. This has been a game of almost winning for Brain. But almost is never ever enough. Almost is not going to get you the champion trophy. So he comes across the map once again. Huge Zealot army there on the scene. Shuttles flying around. Don't want to get spotted out there by the pro. He doesn't want the shuttle to get sniped either. But the observer there on the bottom side spots out the shuttle just in time. Brain tries to break through. Decides to go over the left side, the left flank of the base. Lucky is moving his Dragoons into position to snipe the shuttle. Before it gets into the base, he's in full vision of the observers. There's cannons being built everywhere. Looks like Brain's attack is gonna fall flat. He's killing some stuff, trying his hardest to get through, but Lucky is tracking that shuttle like an absolute master. Those shuttles are never ever gonna get through and onto those probes. Beautiful, beautiful defense there. Beautiful defense. Brain is playing really aggressive, but Lucky is playing amazing defense. And Lucky now, with a 30 supply lead, feels that he's got the opportunity to go for the counter-attack. This is the best moment for Lucky to attack. Brain just lost about 20 Dragoons and Zealots without really killing anything. So of course, that means that we're going to see Lucky Back come across the map and attack. Brain, though, has most of his army rebuilt, but there's still a 20 supply difference, but a lot of the units that Lucky has as a supply lead are still inside Lucky Back's base. And Lucky Back does not have a drop of his own. He has not built a single shuttle drop. It's just been Brain going with the proactive shuttle drops. But Lucky's now breaking through. His upgrades are on 001. Brain is on 002. So Brain has better Dragoon and Zealot upgrades, but maybe the number advantage here is gonna allow Lucky to push through. Maybe it will not. Because Brain has an amazing arc onto those Dragoons here at the entrance trying to break through. Zealots are spawning now as well. Got a High Templar on the scene as well. But now a drop comes into Lucky Back's base there from the bottom side, and he's not able to defend against this drop. The shuttles go all the way in. Templars are unloading. Probes are running every single direction. He runs right into the probes and kills 40. Kills 50 probes there with the Storm Drop. Absolutely monumental. This might just be what helps Brain win the game. Technology, in the end, does seem to be superior to a brute force. But Lucky is not yet out of the game. He's got triple Nexus. He's got a pretty big army as well. All he has to do is rebuild his probe count and stay alive for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Is he going to be able to do it, or is Brain going to use this as a stepping stone to victory? Is Brain going to use this as a stepping stone to victory? He's got upgrades on the way, so he's going to be on 113 very soon, whereas Lucky Back is falling even further behind with the upgrades. He's still on 101. Got level 2 armor, level 2 weapon on the way, and level 1 shield on the way. He's going to be very far behind in upgrades. Also, finally getting his own shuttle storm drops prepared now. He's got Storm on the way, High Templars as well, and he's close to maxing out very soon in the near future. It just needs a little bit more time to build a couple more probes. Just a couple more. But Brain is not planning on giving him time. Brain is not planning on giving Luckyback any more time to recover. So Brain there going for a frontal attack and for a move to clear out the sides. There are observers on the sides though, so that's not going to be very successful. Drop there, tries to sneak through. It's getting through. Turns around. Dragoons are trying to intercept. Instead, he's just going to land on low ground and storm all the Dragoons and push those Dragoons back. There's now a 70 supply difference between these two players. Brain is just overpowering. So Brain goes for technology, and after the technology, he goes for the brute force breakthrough. Finds a pathway there for his shuttle, flies straight for the probes. Probes are running away. Templars are unloading. There's 2 Templars there on the scene. He runs straight into the storm, kills even more probes. The last storm does miss, but he's back on 38 probes, and there's a huge army there inside of his front door. And yes, Luckyback does get taken down in the end. For a little while, it looked really good for Luckyback. But Brain there with absolutely, probably the best Protoss against Protoss from Brain I've ever seen in my life. The setups were amazing. This was pure micro, macro, multitasking aggression from Brain. Beautiful stuff. Luckyback held his own for a while, but about 11 minutes in, everything just fell apart. Thank you for watching. It was RJB for RJB TV. Hope you enjoyed this action-packed, absolute, maximum, high-level Protoss against Protoss between these two absolutely amazing, fastest map players. And hope to see you return when I return for the next video. Have a good day, have a good time. See you soon.